Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of our Footy Fantasy Podcast. This is the North London Derby episode. You can see the guy from the Fighting Cocktail there smiling after a victorious win over his rivals. Mr. Stephen, thanks for coming up.
Thanks for the invite.
I'm sure you're buzzing. This is 3 weeks in a row.
Loving it, man. I'm
3 weeks in
loving
a
it.
row. Every time you be here, it's like it's been W. Okay, draw last week, but another W. You're just on the
We're,
roll. So
we're used to it, We're used to being on
top of the table, and you're having a laugh, huh?
we're used to it. This is an every week kind of thing, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay, don't get used to it, though, because we know what happens, man. An elephant that's on top of a tree. We know what happens to them.
Don't worry about that right now.
For my
Does this look like an elephant to you? Hey,
okay.
This thing right here.
Get out of here, man. Okay, Ovi from the other part of North London. A very good friend, Ovi, an Arsenal friend. How's it going, Mr. Ovi?
Very good, very good. Sunny Sunday, can't complain.
Sorry, Sunday. How's your manager doing, Mikel Tappers? I've heard.
I think he's having they call it what, police tappers or something like that.
Mikel Police, Mikel Tappers. I'm like,
I think he's having a rough time, and I hope he gets on the other side safely.
Okay. Safely. Today we're going to, before I jump into our topics for sure, let me tell you guys where you can find us. You can find us on Facebook, Extraordinary Footy Fans. You can find us Instagram, Fantasy Footy. This podcast will be on our YouTube channel, Footy Fantasy. You can find us anywhere you get your podcast. It's called the Footy Fantasy Podcast. All our addresses, links, social media handles will be at the end of the pod. So let's jump right in. Mr. Stephen, Trophy Mourinho, as some Spurs fans call him now. They call him Trophy Mourinho.
Yeah, I heard him. Don't worry, I call him King Jose.
King Jose, okay, not Trophy Mourinho. Okay, use King Jose. Tell us quickly your thoughts about this North London Derby.
First of all, Ovi, respect for just coming on to this podcast, man, because I know some people that were supposed to be here. Samuel, when you watch this, I expected more cojones from you. I don't know what you guys call it in your side of North London. More tapas from you. EJ. Y'all could have showed up, man. It was another kind of day. Y'all would have shown up. So anyway, Ovi, respect for coming, man. Take this L. Take this L with heart.
No worries.
Anyway, yeah, you want me to go into the review?
Yeah, let's talk about the game. What are your thoughts about the comfortable 2-0 win, if you want to be honest?
Fantastic, man. Just to recap, something that I was saying is that I actually love the way that we're playing. A lot of commentators, some people are saying, well, we're not performing well, but we're getting results. I think defensive-wise, we show good defensive performances, fantastic concentration. Every technical element you can expect from a team defending, whether it's defending set pieces, aerial balls from open play, defending one-on-one, we're showing a master class at the Premier League level on all those things. And then attacking-wise, we're the most clinical team in the Premiership. If you look at chances created or shots on goal versus goals scored, we're just clinical, man. Fantastic. So I'm loving the performances, man. I don't know about anybody else, but this is great. So 2 goals. The Sun goal was just amazing. I feel like every season we're gonna expect some goals to be nominated for goal of the season from Sun.
Yeah. He was nominated last year. I remember that.
Just amazing, man. And to come in there, I was expecting some Arsenal defender to at least press or show him to the side. They just let the boy do what he wants to do. So he just showed his class. It was wonderful, man. So second goal from Harry Kane. I was really expecting to see some kind of game plan from Arteta. I really didn't see any defined game plan. I thought maybe you guys would try to penetrate, get behind our defense, or get the ball to Aubameyang, because there's been a lot of talk all week about creating chances for Aubameyang. I wasn't seeing that. I thought maybe you would copy what Chelsea did and try to lock Kane down, because he's our outlet when we counter. Nothing. I didn't see that on a sustained level. So it was tough to see an Arsenal without a game plan. Their game plan looked like they were just going to come in and try hard. And so I was surprised to see Partey playing. Like, okay, I guess he's injured, or he's trying to play based on Arteta convincing him. And I really think that's what happened on the second goal, because on the second goal, he feels his hamstring or wherever, and he immediately comes out of the game. What it told me was it seemed like he didn't really want to play, but he had been pushed to play a little bit by Arteta. So he was immediately telling him, I'm off. He actually walked off, right. And Arteta's pushing him back. I thought that looked like a player that didn't want to be there at all. So, and something Tony Adams said is, in that situation, what you're looking for is other leagues to say, hey, Partey's out. Somebody drop into that space. But Lo Celso was so free in the midfield. I mean, he just ran through the midfield. It was completely free. So this one was a bit odd, just watching Arsenal without a game plan, and to just kind of copy what Man City did when it was a losing strategy. Just come in and try to attack, use the wings haphazardly. It was just weird, but I was happy to see it, man. We had two things before the game. So Lloris was supposed to be out, and last minute came in, started the game, which was massive for us, because with Hart or Gazaniga, I think you guys could have turned this one around. And then Ndombele got hurt, or he felt sick and didn't want to play. And Jose actually made a point of saying that he didn't feel like he could play. And so we played Lo Celso. I thought it was a bit worrying that Jose said that, you know.
Jose, hey.
But at the same time, while someone can say, oh, that's Jose, kind of, you see he's not on the side of Ndombele, it's a contrast between the managers, because Ndombele said he's not ready to play, and Jose says, okay, your decision, Lo Celso plays. On the other hand, Partey, I'm so sure this boy didn't want to play, and Arteta's pushing him to play. You can't force someone to play in a derby. If he doesn't have the balls to want to play in the derby himself, he's not in it. He's just not in it. You can't do that in the derby. These players need to be motivated to play there by themselves. So that was just rough. So I'm gonna say again, unbelievable goal by Son, unbelievable finish from Kane, and Sissoko is a rock. Sissoko and Ndombele in our midfield. If those stay through the season, we're definitely winning something. Whether it's a cup, league, or whatever, we're winning something with those two in our midfield. In the beginning of the season, I talked about we're going to win something if Mourinho figures out the midfield puzzle.
December 6, 2020, here the first year, guys. Stephen, the Tottenham fan, has said Spurs is going to win something. December 6, 2020.
Hey, man.
Come at him if he doesn't.
I said this in July, too. You know.
Can you leave us your social media handles where we can find you? In case this goes wrong, Instagram, Twitter.
I said this back in July. If Mourinho figures out the midfield puzzle, which he did not figure out in Man U, if he figures it out here, we'll win something. And he's done it. Those three, Ndombele, Sissoko, Højbjerg, fantastic every time. And so the team that's going to beat that, I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to have to go get some ultimate team icons like in FIFA or something. I don't know how you'll do it.
Liverpool. So now I'm going to make my own prediction.
Yeah.
I don't know when you guys are playing Liverpool. Liverpool is going to beat Spurs. Go on, write it down. December 6, 2020. I have said Liverpool is going to beat Spurs. Go on, write it. Take that to the bank and cash it. That's how confident I am of Liverpool.
Both games? I'm
saying the next game. I don't know. I'm not saying both. The next game you guys are playing, I don't know when it is. It's coming up. Liverpool is going to beat Spurs. I don't know when. Is it December? Is January? I don't know. I'm not saying both games, but the next game, whether it's Spurs, whether it's in Anfield, you are losing to Liverpool. You can
I
take that
trust
to
my
the bank.
boy. I trust my boy. But guess what? Even if Liverpool beats us, if this midfield performs in the rest of the games against the other teams, the other top 6 teams, it's all good. Champions can beat us. I respect Liverpool.
Okay.
I still trust my boys against them. But
I was coming back on your set when you said that midfield. You know what anybody's going to do against that midfield? I'm like, I think Liverpool can take care of that midfield. That person will take care of that midfield, in my opinion.
We'll see.
Okay, let's go to the other side of North London. Ovi, my man. My man, Mikel Atapas, Mikel Pulis. Let's talk about the game first. We'll move to Mr. Mikel Pulis.
I mean, the thing is, if you had asked most neutral, how do you think it's going to play out? It's going to be like Arsenal will have more possession, Arsenal will make more passes, and Tottenham will counter-attack and score 2 goals. And pretty much that's what happened. So I think there were no surprises in the game in terms of the way the game played out. I mean, apart from change of strategy on Arsenal's side of just crossing so much. But I think, yeah,
shout out to Moyes for the influence.
There was, I mean, enough things Stephen said. Yeah, fair enough. Tottenham won, so you have to agree with some of the things he said. But one thing I'll point out is the Party issue. I'm not so sure Adeda is one who's saying Party should come back and play. What they were releasing before from Thursday, from Friday, was that Party was asking to play, and he was trying to prove to them that he was going to be fit.
Okay.
How they thought that was going to be possible, I don't understand. But that's the message that they were saying in press conferences and all that Party was pushing them, and he wanted to play, that he was eager to play.
Ovi, can I ask a question though?
Yeah.
What was the injury with Partey? What was the initial?
He had a thigh injury before. So against Indy, thigh. I mean, they didn't say hamstring, just a thigh injury, but muscle injury, pretty much, which is expected considering a lot of these players did not have enough preseason and all that. My issue is the guy hasn't played in like 2 weeks or so, 2-3 weeks, trained for the first time on Friday. It's kind of, I mean, I didn't see how he was going to last the game. So, I mean, I'm surprised that they even started him in the first. I thought he was going to be on the bench and come in. I wanted an end in this game, not because an end is so special, but because just as a barrier for the counter-attack. He doesn't go anywhere. He's going to stay there. He's a kind of player that gives you 7/10 every game. Doesn't matter who is playing. Barcelona, Burnley, gives you the same performance, and you know what it's dependable. You can rely on it. So that was the first mistake I felt, because with Party, I always felt that they were going to make a sub sooner or later. So that's just one sub down. Why even waste it? And now he's injured, so he's going to be out for longer. So, but gameplay, yeah, the first goal in this kind of games matters. If Arsenal had scored the first goal, maybe they would have had a chance in the game. But once Spurs got that first goal, I mean, you could see Arsenal was playing. We were trying to get on the first start. They came back in control, but you know, all it takes is one mistake. All it takes is one drop of the head. All it takes is somebody backing off on something. But in this case, it took Party walking out of the pitch. And I've made this reference before. Some players don't understand basic football 101. I love Party. I feel he was the best player for Arsenal today. But how do you leave the pitch when you're injured in the middle of the game? It doesn't matter what's going on. Stand there. Your opponent might not even know you're injured. Just do something. Just let them, just be a deterrent to them or something. Because that counter, you can imagine if Party was there, the player might have wanted to do something or something. Just stand there. Don't let them, don't just walk away. I mean, I don't understand that. That gets me. It's the same thing I saw with Chelsea and Kepa, and they're trying to sub him out, and it was like, no, go back. I mean, who does that? So those are the kind of things that just make me, because even at amateur level, I'll be angry if I see that. So why will you walk up? It doesn't matter what's going on. Lie down on the pitch, put your hand on your head, do something. Don't just walk out of the pitch. It doesn't make no sense to me. But hey, gameplay. They scored the second goal. It was late 2-0. Arsenal tried everything they could in the second half. They didn't have the players. Spurs right now a better team. There's just a simple fact. You can argue about the coaches who's better. That's a discussion for another day. Right now, Spurs have the better team. And if you have the better team, more often than not, you'll win the game. So they won the game. It's pretty simple. I thought that this is something that you can question. We're not in the training ground, so we don't know everything that's going on. But from outside, it looked like starting Party was kind of risky, and it played out that way. Xhaka is a little bit limited in his movement, but I don't think it was like Ceballos would have made much of a difference if he had started. So either way, it's fine. I'm not really keen on that. I felt like some energy was needed in midfield. Maitland-Niles is a willing runner. He would have helped the team a little bit. He seemed to be, I think I seem to have favoritism to some players like Willian. He plays Willian, come rain, come sunshine. I don't know. I mean, this was one of his better games compared to recently, but still, why do you play him every day if the player is not on form? Aubameyang has been looking disinterested for like 3 games or 4 games now. It's beginning to get really worrying. So if your captain is not interested in what's going on, how do you motivate the team if the captain can't fight? I saw Harry Kane going back when we were leading and heading out balls from corner, defending set pieces, fighting. I mean, that's the captain performance. You look like you're ready to play. I mean, I know Lloris is the captain and all that, but I'm just trying to say you play like, I mean, you understand what's at stake. So the only fight I saw was from someone like Lacazette. Lacazette was fighting, he was hurrying, he was hustling, he was trying something, and which is good. And I want to see that, but I expect that for my captain too. So, I mean, we lost the mental battle. That was the first problem. The decisions, I mean, 1 or 2 things didn't go your way, and it's fine lines. I mean, Stephen mentioned that they are very efficient, which is good. When you're on form, most times you're efficient. Arsenal had this last season. They will have like 3 shots, they will score 2 goals. But when you're off form, you can have 10 chances, you won't score any of them. So right now, Spurs is a team on form. Manager is believing, the players are beginning to believe. And this kind of game only helps solidify it, because he probably would have told them, we need to do this, counter-attack, and we'll score. And he probably played that just the way they planned it. So the players will look at him and say, yeah, you know what, boss? Yeah, you know your stuff. I'm happy with what you did today. So these are the kind of games that even increase belief, because I'm sure like they analyze this and they probably say, oh, this is how it's going to play out. And he played out just exactly that way. So for Arteta, this is the main first major worry he's seeing. So how is he going to respond? He has a few more games probably to, I guess, to start changing people's opinion, because a lot of people are beginning to say Arteta out. I don't think the board are there yet, but if you lose 2-3 more games, for me, I'm not there. I want to see, like I said, I don't expect him to lose. I mean, I don't expect him to win today. My issue is, why are you losing to Leicester at home? Why are you losing to Wolves at home? Why are you losing to Aston Villa at home on the bounce? That's my issue.
Obi, I got a question. So
sure.
you don't think William played well today?
I think he played well. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just against, like, he has been playing him every single game.
Okay.
I'm not saying he didn't, like today I felt like I said played well. I felt William played well. I felt Tierney was one of our best players. Tierney made a lot of good goals. He played well. Saka is so good that his average game is good. So he played well. Gabriel is a solid defender. He played well. But my own is, you can tell the lack of, like, the right-sided defender holding by his side. You could see how in crucial moments he couldn't step up. He was moving back from Son. I mean, stuff like that. Those are big. You need big moments. If that attack was on the left side, I can bet Gabriel would have handled it differently. So stuff like that, like, so the quality in the team is lacking. That's pretty clear. We know that. I mean, just the same way, if you play Aston Villa every game, you won't beat them every game, because some games their tactics will be able to get them over the line. So you expect a good coach to be able to have enough good tactics to, in some games, keep it close or even win it. So
I just felt like, for example, I thought your best moment of the game was probably that cross from Tierney to Aubameyang.
Yes, which it is. But Aubameyang is afraid to head the ball.
In terms of quality.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It never happened again. That's what I mean by when I say I don't see a sustained game plan.
No, he put in
Chelsea. When we played Chelsea, you could see that they were trying to get the ball into the box for Tammy to score, for Giroud. There were several crosses from Reece James. But here it was just, you try something, it would work. We never see it again. Try something else. You try to lock Kane down. And then Xhaka, at a point, after about 20 minutes, Xhaka just left Kane alone.
Yeah, so the issue with, like you said, the lack of, it looked that way because the personnel is not right. For example, the last game, I think I was saying, we had 33 crosses, and the love, or the odds will even out, and love, but simple mathematics, if you make the 3 crosses, some games you will score 3 goals, something like that. And this game we had 44 crosses. So they obviously were trying to cross. But the problem is, who are you crossing to? Aubameyang cannot head. I mean, no offense to him, he's one of the best strikers in the world, but I'm just saying that's not a strong point. So what are you doing?
Yeah.
So someone like Tammy Giroud, yes, it works because those are good headers of the ball. But so that's why it didn't look like they were doing much, because most of the balls were being headed out by Alderweireld and Dyer.
Yeah.
So it didn't look like they were doing much because they were just seeing like they're crossing the ball. He hardly even jumps up. If you have Cristiano Ronaldo in the box with 5 defenders, when you're crossing the ball, just his pedigree, the way he leaps up for the ball, you know he's ready to head the ball.
Yeah.
But he seems to be falling down for every cross. He seems to be complaining about somebody touching him. I'm like, guy, they're going to touch you. Head the ball. So that's my issue there. It's not about whether. I mean, so that's why you said, it doesn't seem like they had a plan. The plan was to get the ball into the box, but the problem is they're getting the ball to the wrong players.
I also think the players, you're right. I also think the reason why they're the wrong players is I think Arsenal players were not attacking the space.
They were not attacking and the space. You don't know the players that can do it. Aubameyang is not known. Like if you cross the ball for Ronaldo, just see the way he looks at the ball. From when you cross it, he's already anticipating where this ball is going to go. When should I jump? There's so many things that goes into play. It's not just he doesn't just jump up and just score the goal. Right. A lot of things are going to play before he scores that goal, because he's going to anticipate, okay, this ball is coming this way. Maybe I should run backward or I should run inside. There are a lot of things that are being Aubameyang just stands and then kind of feels like he wants to jump and then he falls down and everybody's looking for a penalty. I'm like, no. You're not a good header of the ball. That's fine. But why are we playing to that like as if this is your strength? This is not your strength. So why are we playing this way? That's the first problem. So it was desperate times for Arteta, because that's what I'm saying. You are being desperate because you're just trying something that, I mean, I don't know how you think it will work. You're just trying to do math. Like if I cross 40 balls into the box, they will head 4 times. Of those 4, maybe 1 or 2 will end that. That's not how to play the game.
I think that a big part of the game, what made it hard for you guys, is that Aubameyang, in contrast to Pepe, he likes to run onto those balls behind the defenders, right?
Yeah.
So he's on the shoulder. He sees those runs. He makes those runs. A lot of times when I see him scoring, he's running onto those balls behind the defenders, scored. But the way we play so far back, and we sit back like that, we don't allow that space behind the defender. So it forces him to play, to stand up against defenders and work for the aerial balls. So it immediately forces him to play in a game that's his weakness. So,
yeah, so
it just wasn't gonna
work. So you know this, right? Like what you just said, you know.
All I'm saying is actually commit to doing that. He just got one chance.
Yeah, man, is you just what you just said now, like you know this, I as an Arsenal fan know this, Arteta probably knows this. If that is the case, why don't you play like a change of I need to play what worked for you before 3-4-3. Aubameyang is wide. Like I said, likes that battle. You see, like I said, he's ready to put his body and fight and hustle. So then maybe you change it that way. You can change it, but you can.
Is that what you guys played? You guys played 3-4-3.
I don't know what he played today. It just seemed confusing. Like I was confused.
4-4-2 today.
He played a 4-4 something. I'm like, what is going on? So I understand what he's trying to do. He's not, like I said, has been playing in the Europa games, playing as this like a 10, like a first time, whatever, a support striker or a 10. So I think he was trying to do that again. But my own is this is not the game for that. This game, we're the underdogs. Let's just not lose the game. And then maybe the next game against Burnley, then you try this formation where you have 2 attackers, 2 wide players, then let's see how it works. Because that kind of formation, you need to have practice. You don't just bring it to this kind of big game where you have less player and just try it out for the first time. I feel like it was, so that's what
true.
I feel.
That's true. So I just thinking about it now. That's
true. He did.
Because I saw that Tierney, if he was playing back to Tierney was pretty much playing like
so that's So that when people always say, Atlanta is playing the back three, it doesn't really matter what Atlanta, because the way he puts his player, the players he puts there, he can play anything. Because the wing backs, it's not like as if he's playing 2 defenders as wing backs. He's playing 1 defender and 1 midfielder. So that midfielder can go in and become a 4-3-3. Midfielder can go in and become a 4-4. It's so many things that can happen. So then people will say, Atlanta is playing. It doesn't really matter, because with the players he puts on the pitch, he can change to anything he wants at any time. But the issue is, like I said, he didn't do the plan today was not correct. And he's looking like he's not standing, like his flimsy changing, and it looks like a man that's getting desperate. So that's why I worry for him. I like him. I think he's charismatic. I think he has good ideas. I think he talks well. I think he's the good leader for the club. But when you can't win basic games, no matter how nice you are, you can't last in the job. It's pretty simple.
So question, the real question tonight is, how long are you going to give Arteta? Are you ready to sack him?
No, I mean, for me, I'm ready to give him the end of the season because there's no need in getting anybody right now. This is COVID. The club is looking for money to buy players. Why go and spend more money on a new manager? Just give him the end of the season so that at the end of the season you say, okay, you know what, this season finished though.
Yeah.
This is what you did. Based on this,
I thought
we're giving you one more chance, or we're giving you a new contract, or we're firing you.
I thought it was nice at the end of the game. Jose was gracious. He immediately, his first comment was to praise Arteta, say, I want to say good words about Arteta because they gave us a tough game and they did, we had to deal with a lot. He was really trying to prevent Arteta from getting sacked because he knows.
No, I think he's not going to get sacked today.
That's the next step.
Yeah, because he's not going to get sacked. The issue is,
I thought that was nice of Jose. For
what I would say,
how much he slated, I thought that was nice of him. I thought that was
what
good.
I would say about Jose is that he has played Arteta twice. He has beaten him twice.
Yeah.
I can't remember the manager that said this, but the manager said is that Jose is only complimentary to people that he feels is better than. He's never complimentary about Pep. He's never complimentary about Klopp. He's only complimentary about people that he feels like, you know what, I've played this guy 2 times, I've beaten him 2 times. So,
bro,
hey,
take a compliment for your man.
that's all I can say. So I know Jose, like I know Jose. I've been watching Jose for like more than 10 years. I know Jose. I know how he works. For now, he feels like I'm better than this guy. This guy is, he has some nice ideas, but I figured out the ideas and I succeeded at them. So yeah, nice try. So he gave a pat on the back. You gave us so much things to worry about the second half, but hey, it was all comfortable. He knew what was coming, and yeah, so it's all fun and games now.
I like Ovi.
It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games now because, like I said, he's winning. He's saying this thing, but I can bet you, if Arsenal had won 2-0, he would have said something different.
It was a little pat on Arteta's head.
Yeah, just a pat on the back. Just say, hey, you know what? I see you. Keep trying. Do your stuff. Do you? But hey, so like I said, I know what is going on. Jose is playing games. Yeah. If Arteta had won this game or drawn this game, he will say something else. But let's move on from that.
Let's move on. Okay, let me ask you guys 2 separate questions. Let's stay with Ovi. How high do you think Arteta can finish in the table in the Premiership based on where Arsenal is right now? I'll put you on the hot seat. How high? Right now,
hot seat. The highest I think he can finish this season is top 6, like 5th or 6th. That's the highest.
Wow, you think he can still get to 5th or 6th?
If you win the next 2 games, the table is still tight. Yeah, the table is tight.
Did we say top 6? Come on, man.
No, yeah. I mean, there are 4 teams I think that are better than Arsenal right now.
Top
Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Spurs. That's
what?
It.
You didn't add Manchester United?
Manchester United is just
you didn't add Leicester?
Well, no, they have better players.
Leicester?
But with Ole, anything is possible. So
Leicester, okay, remove Manchester United. Leicester?
Leicester is not. Arsenal should beat Leicester. Arsenal better player than Leicester. Let's be fair.
So you think you can finish? Not beat. I know you can beat Leicester. Finish above. It's a different thing entirely.
Yeah, but what's the gap between Arsenal and Leicester? It's probably not more than 6-7 points.
Okay. You're right. It's still early season.
Yeah, it's still early season. It doesn't make any.
Very early. I know you guys.
Very early. This doesn't.
That's why I like putting people on the spot early in the season because.
No. I was the highest before the season started.
Yeah.
We already talking. I told you that my idea of growth is Champions League. Like we make Champions League. So that's finishing top 4 or winning Europa. And I felt like for Arsenal, it's more important to finish top 4. But right now, what I'm saying, I don't see how they finish top 4.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. The highest I see them, the highest. I don't think they might not make it. The highest I see them finishing is top 6, which is 5th or 6th, not top 4. And even at that, my hope for Champions League now is Europa. And Europa, you know how it is. It's a cup competition. You can lose any game, and that's it. So if you can get to the final, yeah, maybe you can win. But until then, probably Europa or no Europe for next season.
Tough.
That's the way I see it.
Right. Okay. Onoche.
Yeah.
How high do you think Spurs will finish the season? In the league?
11 games in.
Yeah.
I think if we hold our nerve and we don't get serious injuries to Højbjerg and Sissoko or Toby, we can win the title. We can.
Yeah,
that's the highest we can be at. We can do it. But if we get any of those three guys get injured, or Kane, of course, gets injured.
Or Son.
I mean, that's a given. Kane and Son are a given. We need them, of course. But those three, our whole game is built on strong midfield in this season, defensive performances. So if we lose that midfield, then we're talking about top four again.
Is there any point on doing combined 11?
I'll tell you my combined 11.
No, so this one we'll do this to save time because we have 8 minutes.
Okay.
He's the keeper.
Let me tell you quickly.
No, hold on. Let's do this. Let's be honest. We have just 8 minutes left and we still have to do weekly awards. So, keeper.
For who? Me?
Both of you say your serial.
Oh, Loris.
Okay. So what are we doing? 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1.
I'm playing a 4-4-2.
Oloche?
4-3-3.
4-3-3. Okay. Let's go to back four, center back.
Alderweireld and Gabriel for me.
Okay. Toby and Dyer for me.
You don't put Gabriel. I don't Dyer.
Who's Gabriel?
In this game?
That's not defender.
Who's Gabriel?
Okay, I have veto power, so I'll move on. I'll choose Dyer. Arsenal conceded 2 goals, so yeah. Gabriel played well, but Arsenal conceded 2 goals.
No, you mean you choose? Okay, choose Dyer. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll choose Dyer. Right back on
Ovi.
Aurier.
Left back.
Reguilon.
Tierney.
I go with Tierney. Tierney played very well today, I think.
Reguilon all day.
Nah, I think Tierney played very well today.
Tierney was a better player
honest.
today.
I was very honest.
He had
Tierney
one
played
good
very well.
cross.
He did.
He had one.
No, he whipped so many crosses.
He had many
but
crosses.
They were not attacking the space. And I think he also defended well. Like nothing came down his side. So I'll veto and put Tierney. So midfield.
Midfield is Højbjerg, sitting, Sissoko, and very interesting, Kane. Kane drop in the midfield, playing like a 10.
So in my four midfield, I have Højbjerg, Partey, Sissoko, and Kane.
So you added Partey. Partey did well, but he got injured.
Did well.
Ovi, seriously? You're going to
Got
add
injured. Went on 45 minutes.
I still feel so. I mean, who will I put? Lesoso? Definitely no. So that's why I'm putting. Yeah. So my four midfield is Partey, Sissoko, Højbjerg, and Kane.
So you drop Kane into okay.
Yeah.
Oloche, who's your 3? Your 4-3?
All right. Bergwijn on the right, or Bergwijn. Bale center forward, and Son on the left.
Bale, I'm saying this match, combine it for this game.
I put somebody from the bench before.
Okay, so you know what? I think
forward.
Get out of here.
Okay, let me
Bale from the bench. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay, so for me, I just look. Mine is the 4-3-3.
Yeah.
So I have Partey, Sissoko, and Højbjerg.
Okay.
Up front, I have 3: Kane, Son, and Laka. I like the way Laka played today. So Kane, Son, Laka, my front 3, my midfield 3: Sissoko, Partey, and Højbjerg.
I'm actually going to go with Ovi's front 3.
I try to be as fair as possible. Like in my team, I have 7.
Because Bergwijn, let's be honest, Bergwijn was just.
Yeah, Bergwijn didn't play anything.
Yeah.
In my team, I had 7 sports players.
It was pretty much second. It was the second right back today.
Yeah,
defensive performance was the main thing today. But when you look at how effective was he as a forward, he was a forward.
Let's not argue this. We have 5 minutes left. Let's not argue. We have 5 minutes left. So yeah.
Go ahead.
So that's 43. We've chosen our combined 11. Loris, Toby, Dyer, Tierney, Aurier, Sissoko, of course Højbjerg. What's the person?
I went to Partey.
You said Kane, Son, Lacazette. Yeah, we can leave Partey there, but Partey is questionable. Yeah. You guys watching it, leave us comments about that. So weekly awards, quickly, let's run through it. Stephen, weekly award.
All right, so I said kudos to Spurs, of course, and Jose. Come on, you Spurs! Come on, come on! Winning the NLD easily. Okay. I loved it, and just the concentration that they did, incredible. Donkey of the week. I said John Egan for Sheffield, just because letting Vardy through last minute of the game. and having his hands up like this. Why do you want to be a good boy last minute of the game with no points on the board? I mean, like, yeah, 1 point. Why not foul Vardy and get the draw?
Agreed.
I still don't understand it. I can't explain it. So Egan, you tripping, boy.
Ovi.
Yeah, so kudos of the week. Like you said, I'll agree with Stevie Morio because I thought he was past his best out of last year. So I'm actually happy to see him smiling and happy again. So good tactical display for both games against Chelsea and against Arsenal. So definitely kudos to him. Donkey of the week, Barcelona. What's going on? I mean, it's getting embarrassing. If Messi is not ready to play, let him go. I mean, what's going on? We need to. You can't keep losing all these games. I mean, come on. I don't say Arsenal, but I wasn't expecting from Arsenal for this game. So, I mean, they tried considering what I was expecting for this game. So, but Barcelona, they need to get some stuff together. It's becoming embarrassing, really.
Okay. My donkey I'll start with kudos of the week. I go to my boy, Rashford. That boy, Rashford. Our game was going south, Manchester United, West Ham game at the London Stadium, Olympic Stadium. And he came on, changed that game. I know people like to always give, all the kudos to Bruno. And Bruno has been our talisman, fair enough. But that particular game, Rashford's running, he was torturing the right back by Brenner. His speed, his ball progression, he literally was doing a Grealish. So Rashford gets my kudos. My donkey of the week is Millwall fans, West Ham fans that were booing when players were taking the knee and making all those comments. And, that was totally embarrassing. Taking
That's
a
a
knee
good one.
for racism. Millwall fans, West Ham fans, they get my donkey of the week. For something
that's a
that
very good
significant,
one.
and they were booing it. They get my donkey of the week for that. And I'm glad, Derby came out to speak. Rooney, Derby, they gave a statement, players. And I think after that, I think the Chelsea game and all the games that they have been fans, people have been cognizant of that. I think the Liverpool game, I saw them clap. I saw that the Chelsea game, so yeah. Those two, they get my donkey of the week.
Yeah, for sure. That's deservedly so.
Yeah. We've come to the end of the show. Guys, after this, watch out at the end of this pod for the FPL, who is hot, who is not by Ola. If you guys play Fantasy Premier League, check that out at the end. All our addresses will also be at the end. Oh no, Stephen, I call you, we know your owner, but Stephen is your state, your show name or your other name. Congrats. You guys are top of the league. You guys are having a laugh. It's okay. Manchester United women team are also top of the league. They get that kudos. in the Women's Super League, Manchester United female team are top of the league. And we're having a laugh. So yes, let me get that in, At least I have a team that's at the top of the league. I get that in. Ovi, my man.
Yeah, hey, good to be here.
Hopefully we can get you in when Arsenal has turned the tide on the other side.
Look for a good game for me.
I will. When you guys have turned the tide, I'll get you on. Thanks everyone for watching.
So welcome to another FPL segment of your Footy Fantasy podcast. And this is who's at and who's not. And today we're going to give you tips about who's at. Who's at the moment? Jack Grealish. Though he didn't play over the weekend, but he has contributed 5 goals and 6 assists for Aston Villa, and he's looking central because he's been playing centrally for them. And he's definitely hot. If you want to get him in, Aston Villa are probably going to be playing a couple of games in double game weeks because they have not played the full complement of games in this season. So Jack Grealish might be someone to get in because he's hot and because Aston Villa are going to have double game weeks coming up. So Jack Grealish is hot. Who is not hot? Sadio Mane of Liverpool. He's not scored for 5 or 6 games and he is going through a drought in relative terms. He has only 1 goal in the last 9 games in all competitions. He's not hot, and for a fairly expensive price, you might get all the players who are going to be hot. So Sadio Mane is no longer hot, and with the new fixtures coming up, we're going to see that we're going to have in this period a lot of games, a lot of turnaround, a shorter turnaround period because of the Christmas fixtures. So there might be rotation, there might be injuries, there might be COVID infections. So it's better to have a strong bench, and you should continue looking out at checking out the news, making sure that you're on top of things so you don't get situations in which you end up having players on your bench who won't play any games. So keep an eye out, keep an ear out, and continue to listen to this segment on your Footy Fantasy podcast. And we'll definitely continue to keep you updated, and we'll give you the best tips at all times. So, till next time, cheers.